Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Solid Analytics Lanka Private Limited e-learning courses. And my name is Shanmugavel Rajeevan. I'm a research consultant at Solid Analytics Lanka Private Limited. We basically do specializes in research and consulting, statistical modeling, etc. Today we're going to talk about calculating beta values for earning management models. Now, earning management is a models. There are quite a number of models available in the international academic arena. However, the two models are very prominent. One is the real earnings management model, and another one is the modified Jones model. It's a non-discretionary model. But in this video or tutorial, we are not going to explain what is earning management models or what is John modified model or real earnings management model. We are presuming that the viewer would know what those models are because this is a part of management and commerce and accounting field students or researchers or academics specified this video because I was trying to find a relevant academia where there's a complete course on how to do this earnings management model on YouTube. Unfortunately, there aren't any. In the sense, either they are paid courses or they are restricted or limited information. So this one is a crucial model. In this tutorial, we are going to explain how to calculate the alpha or beta values in these equations. Now, in order to summarize how to find the modified Jones model's non-discretionary approvals, I have given step by step how to calculate. Actually, this is an extract from a research paper published in Sri Lanka. I have given the link in this PowerPoint where you can access them. Don't worry, all the tutorials and data files I will be uploading to YouTube. Now, initially, the equation 1 will says total accruals are measured by subtracting cash flows from operating activities from net income. So again, I'm presuming the viewer has a basic knowledge of accounting and finance principles to understand what these terms are. And next, step 2 is coefficient of parameters, interior average alpha values, say beta values, alpha or beta, is seen in equation below. Under each industry was separately calculated by regressing equation 2, modifies Jones model. So this is the equation model, equation 2. Now in this step, we are going to calculate this alpha or beta. Now we are interchanging alpha and beta because in the tutorial I have said beta. It's actually a Greek letter symbols that is similar to XY in geometric or algorithm in mathematics, algebra. We are just interchanging. These are just unknown factors or unknown variables. These alpha or beta. Let's say for in this screenshot, these are alphas, but those are interchangeable. Now the third step is impute about calculate industry average alpha values to each of the firm year variables using equation 3 to calculate non-discretionary accruals for each firm year separately. Okay, now in this part we are not going deep into these equation 3 and 4. We are just going to calculate how to calculate these alpha values, because you can see from this non-discretionary model, equation 2 and equation 3 are similar except the epsilon or the error term. So equation 2 has the error term, whereas equation 3 does not have the error term. So now let's see how to calculate these alpha values, because these values or abbreviations are somewhat similar. Total assets, total net income, NI stands for total net income, TA stands for total assets, and CFO stands for cash flow operating. cash flow from operating activities. Likewise, these are revenues, and I will give you the abbreviations later on. I will upload it under this video. Now, earnings management model, modified judgment, data collection in Excel, and data analysis in Excel. Now, the advanced Excel versions 2003 and above has a data analytical function or an add-on which can compute simple statistical computation that is similar to other statistical software as Data, TView, SPSS. So these can be done in Excel because primary data collection will be most of the time will be done in Excel because it is more versatile and it's easy to collect data in an Excel sheet. Now, I hope everyone is familiar with an Excel sheet. Now I'm going to open the data sheet, and don't worry about this. Let's go to the data. Now I have collected data of various companies here, and there are about 28 companies, and I've collected the data for 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 years. As you can see down here, count as 6, and altogether we have a data of 168 firm years. So for 6 years we have collected for 28 different companies for 6 years. So now, when you are collecting data in order to do data analytics in SPSS or Stata or even in Excel, the data has to be in column or tabular format, where the variables such as the ID, the name of the company, years, net income, cash flow from operating activities, total accruals, leverage, assets, etc. should be in rows, meaning A3, B3, C3. You can see these names here, and the values should come in a column wise. D5, D6, D7, D8, likewise. So you can start from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and for each company, make sure you complete one company under one new row. Likewise, for example, let's say Abdullah Shahad Shanmugavel Limited for 2003 will be in the 4th row. Then the 5th row should be same company for the same year, next year, in the sense 2014. And if you take 6, it should be 2015, and for 2016 it should be on the next column, next row. Likewise, you have to fill the data likewise that I have shown in the Excel sheet. Do not worry about missing data. Like if you cannot find the actual values, just leave it blank for the time being, because once you finalize the data Excel sheet, you can when you're analyzing in SPSS or whatever data software, you can simply say that these are missing value and do not include them in computational. But in Excel it won't be a big issue. Okay. Another thing, when it comes to net income sometimes will give you a negative value. It can be profit, it can be a loss. Where it is a loss, please indicate it with a minus figure. Likewise, and if it's a profit, leave it as it is. But when you are calculating, for example, go back to the Excel sheet. Let's go to this slide number 2. Here you have some sort of subtractions here. For in order to calculate the total accruals, TA, we have to deduct CFA from NI. So in this case, if there is a negative value, that would be a problem. So in order to avoid that, use the absolute function in Excel, because if you have to do the calculations in absolute values for statistical purposes and other mathematical principles. I'm not going to go into that deep, but just remember that when you are deducting, make sure you use absolute values. So you will have an absolute figure that is not negative. Likewise, similarly for all other equations, please do calculating absolute value for deducting when deducting. So likewise, we have calculated the first equation and we have collected the data for the second equation here as well. So individually we have collected for each variable separately. We have collected for AI, we have collected for revenue here, and receivables, property, plant, equipment. Likewise, we have collected the data and it's given in the tabular or column format. Now comes the tricky part. Now in your Excel, you have to operate, or you have to activate something called data analytics. So in order to do data analytics or the statistical analysis, you need the data analysis tool pack or the add-on. So how to install data analysis in Excel 2013 and above? You have to open Excel 2003 and above, go to files, options. In options, you have to go to add-ins. In add-ins, go to analysis toolpack and press go. And in analysis toolpack, tick analysis toolpack, press OK. So let me show you this step by step. Now, if you go back to your Excel sheet, go to file, then go to options. In that, you can see on the left side corner of your book there's a small box. In the pop-up window, go down to add-ins, and here active applications. So I have already activated the data analysis, as you can see from here, but nevertheless, let's go here, press manage, press Excel add-in, let's go. Then another pop-up window will pop up saying add-ins. Here again, tick analysis toolpack, press OK. Then in your menu bar, go to data, and right hand corner you will see something called analysis. Then in that, press data analysis. So this, in this box, is another small pop-up window will come, and here it will say all the analysis tools available for you within that tool package. We have ANOVA. Now please do remember this is listed as alphabetical order. So ANOVA comes first, correlation comes first, and covariances, descriptive variances, A, C, D, E, F. Likewise, it will go up to Z. Test to sample for means. So likewise, but this is a limited function of statistical analysis in Excel, so we don't expect a lot to be covered from this, but it will do the basic or necessary analysis for you. Okay, let's cancel this and go back to the PowerPoint. And as you can see, we have done this part. We have pop up the Excel options. We have ticked off the analysis toolpack. We went to add-ins, and we have came to the analysis toolpack in the data menu bar. Here we have seen the pop-up window of the data analysis. Now what we have to do here is, now we have already calculated alpha value 1, 2, 3 here for each equation separately, but do not worry about the output. This is generated by the regression function. So let's go back to our presentation and we'll go back. Now the first alpha or beta value here is calculated by 1 minus asset value here. You can zoom it a bit, this value, which is again here. So 1 minus A is here. Now what we have to do here is we have to do a small regression or single regression with this. 1 minus this is over here, 1 minus A here. Don't worry about the subscripts. It's about firm year, 1 year, previous year. So INT stands for basically firm I for the year T. So let's say T is 2014, then 1 T minus 1 means 2013. So firm I means one company, which let's say ABC Limited. Now ABC for total accruals for ABC Limited for 2014. So this means total assets for company ABC Limited for the year 2013, because we are deducting one from 2014. So don't worry about this. This is technical. I hope you all understand. If not, just drop a comment and I will explain how you get these values separately. Now let's go back. Now we have this values here, and we have the TA divided by AI value in column I3, and we have the first alpha value. So we have the X and Y here. So what we have to do is we have to go to data analysis, go to the regression right here, click OK. Another window will pop up saying regression. Now here you have to understand that Excel cannot run multiple multivariate model, and you cannot run multiple model. So that is a more advanced statistical packages you need. So what you have to do here is you have to input the Y range, which is T divided by A, and you have selected. And please remember that this is automatically will fix the column range. As you can see the dollar mark, so you don't have to fix it. Then go back to the X range and go back to your top of the screen, select the next one, and again it will automatically fix it. So just put labels and new worksheet, just say alpha or beta value, alpha value 1, and viewers. You don't need normally to plot. If you need, just you can say this new, don't say new workbook, it will pop up another workbook which will tell you the same. Just you can say a new worksheet, so another worksheet will pop up here. So since we already have alpha 1 here, we say alpha 1A for another sheet. So as soon as you press OK, give it some time because it will take some time. Now the summary output will come as this. So now in this you will have the residual values, which is not necessary. So intercept, I think we have the wrong data range here. Never mind. So likewise, you can calculate the alpha value here. So this would be the alpha value coefficient. So you can do here. If you the similar, you will have the alpha value here. So for the X variable, the first variable, this will be the alpha value. Likewise, it will give you the standard of error. Please that lower and upper confidence. So you can use this as the value for alpha. Likewise, you can calculate for alpha 2, alpha 3. So each of the formula will give you the variable 1. So this is alpha 1 in sense. Go back to the slide. So this is A1, alpha 1, sorry, and this is alpha 2. Similarly, go back to the sheet and get the value from here, and get the value for alpha 3 again using the same formula. This again I will explain to you again. Just go to data, press data analysis, press regression, and let's clear this. Do not select, because I think earlier we have selected that. without the heading. So make sure you select it without the heading, and you can press this. Go back. Press this. This. Okay. So likewise you can get data, spread it out. So, and after that, once you have done it, then you have to do the multiplication to get the equation 3. Likewise, we will get the final output for each alpha values. So I'm not going to compute for all the values here. I'm just going to state it the alpha value 1, and likewise you can compute alpha value 2, alpha value 3. And let me thank you for watching us. I hope it was useful to the viewers. If there's anything inquiries or any recommendations, suggestions, complaint, please do drop a comment and we will respond. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.